Hi, everybody. So, I'm doing a 30-minute psychic wisdom session for Vicky today. And, Vicky, thank you so much for your open mindedness to share this experience on YouTube. This is so awesome of you. So, Vicky is asking me, she says, please ask my spirit guides, now what do I do? They will know what I'm talking about. So, I'm just going to relax here. Vicky, we are going to find out what their advice is, okay? So I'm just energetically preparing. There's a lot of soft flowing energy. It's soft like feathers, but it's fluid, so it's sort of like streaming. There's pink and there's green. Fluid streaming, it feels really delicate and soft and velour, and I don't know what it is, but I like it. It's streaming though through the air. It's like colors in the air. It's pink and green. It's really patient. It's really soft. We're getting into something a little, with all this softness and patience, I'm not getting very far. I mean, this should be a wide open field, but it seems more like an intricate castle maze. And the really narrow rooms are really narrow. I mean, even the room is sort of that I'm in is as narrow as a hallway. I feel kind of stuck because there's a definite door here, but it's locked, and but the thing is there's no handle. So even if it wasn't locked, like I couldn't open it. I mean, you have to have a handle to turn and then open the door, but there's no handle and there's no way to actually put your fingers in to try to open it. You're stuck, totally stuck. And it feels like this narrow hallway, which is actually a room with just a big door here, the wall is getting closer and closer, starting to smush me against this door. I'm getting smushed in. And now the reality is, even if there was a handle and I could open the door, how the heck am I going to do that? I only have like an inch of space to actually try to squeeze through it. Everything's just closing in on me. They say stop looking at the door, stop looking for a way out. You need to turn around and actually look at the wall that is closing you in. You need to look at the wall and tell the wall no. Tell the thing that is closing you in no, and you need to push back. You actually need to push back against it. You don't give this thing any power over you, or it's going to smash you. And there is no way out because it's an illusion. The way out is you have to face the thing that is pushing you against a wall. You have to face that thing, and you got to push back against that thing. You actually have to do this. Because it's just going to get tighter and tighter in here, and you're going to keep looking for a way out. You're going to keep trying to get this door to open, and that's not how you open the door. It's a trick. It's a riddle. You open the door by not looking at the door. You turn around. You don't look for the way out. That is the error here. Don't look for a way out. You actually have to turn around and look at the wall that's closing in on you. You gotta get some brawniness. I mean, they show me what is you turning around, and then suddenly you're just like pop, 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 pop. All these like muscles start to get there, and you're like grrr to the wall. Like, no, I'm a muscle man. Like, and then you push the wall, and you're like really pushing the wall back on the wall, and you're saying, not today, not in my house. You're pushing the wall back. You need to stop caring about the door, because once you push this wall back, you push back on this wall, you'll start to notice there's totally new ways forward. They're showing me what is a massive room. The more you push this wall back, like what was a really narrow hallway of a room is now opening up so much. This sort of dungeon-like wall was hiding a bunch of other doorways. The real doorway is once you push the wall back, you have so many options. I mean, there are all kinds of options. It's a super awesome castle maze, and it's fun. It's not like a daunting nightmare maze, like, oh my god, where am I going to get stuck next? It's actually really exciting. They show me that when you push this wall back, you just push back against whatever makes you feel like it's pushing back on you. I don't know what's going on with your life, but you got to push back. And then there's going to be two ways to go. There's a hallway or there's a hallway. So there's options, there's other doorways, but don't try to find a way out, because that door is going to get you nowhere. Even if you could open that door, you'd see a wall. It's an illusion. It's not a real door. It's trying to find a way out, but that's what's preventing you from actually finding the way forward, is finding a way out. So it's pretty cool, because once you push back on this wall, your heart really feels empowered, and you already know which way you want to go. You're sort of looking at the wall this way, so it's like, do I go left, do I go right? It's like not even a question. You already know you just want to go left, so you just start moving straight ahead. You're like turning and moving straight ahead. It feels right. I mean, it's really natural and it's really quick, and it's just following your senses. Your heart just knows what to do next. They say this is a lot easier than you're making it out to be. I mean, everything feels so like fast, like really, really quick, like next thing. As we're only just still walking through this doorway, but it feels like there's so many opportunities, so many options, and it's an exciting thing. It's not like, oh my God, I don't know which decision to make. It's like, I have access to all types of options, and that is awesome. That is exciting. That's what life is supposed to be about. Getting excited about having access to 101 colors of crayons versus, maybe 2 is easier for my brain. Well, no, like here's options here. Find what it is you truly want inside your heart and pick that, and go for it, and let that be your experience. It's a good thing. It's good to have options. It's funny because they keep saying this, but there's really only one doorway. So no matter what you choose, that doorway is going to be a reflection of what you choose. And make it positive. Make it a positive choice that fills your heart with a lot of just happiness and joy, curiosity, wonderment. I don't know what's going to happen next, but I know this is good. I mean, it's on the level of, I have the freedom. It's on the level of, I have the freedom to go to move to 4 different places on the planet. Australia, Japan, like Hawaii, or I mean, there's just they're showing me what is awesome options, and then being like, but I don't know where to go. I don't know which one to choose. I like them all. I can't make up my mind. It's actually an awesome situation to be in. It's really good when you have really awesome options that make it hard to make up your mind, because they're all awesome. That's what this is on the level of, which tells me that this is you've got positive stuff going on in your future. Because there's no looming energy here. There's no vulnerable energy here. There's no anxieties going on here. It's all very positive. The hardest thing is stop trying to find a way out and then push back on the wall. That is the hardest thing, and that's actually quite easy. And once you do it, it goes really quick, and now it's just that you have so many options. So you got to pick an option from 5 awesome options, and then you just go forward with that one. It's really hard to go forward. Why is it so hard to pick something? I mean, you gotta pick something. Okay, what do you like? Do you like yellow? Do you like orange? Do you like green? Do you like red? Do you like blue? I don't know. There's things I like about yellow a little bit more than I like about red, but then, green is a really good color too. It's just I can't make up my mind. You gotta pick a color you gotta trust. You gotta pick something. They keep showing me this blue crayon is really a good color for you. I'm not sure why. They just say, try this blue one out. They hand it to what is a child version of yourself that takes the blue and say, yeah, that was exactly what I was looking for. Now I can color in the sky with blue. They say, very good. So this child is coloring a picture, and they're starting with the sky first. You got to start somewhere. If the only color you have is blue, well, you just start with the sky and then wait until green shows up, and now you can start coloring in the grass. And then when yellow shows up, you just start coloring in the sun. So you have to start somewhere. If the only color you get is blue, then you just take what you get and you go for it. And then you allow the other colors to manifest in your life to help you as the building blocks to the next thing. They say don't try to have it all figured out all in the same moment. Be happy with what you have. Take on the blue, and then allow yourself to work with blue. Get to know blue. Be an appreciation of blue, and then discover, surprisingly enough, that green finds its way in, and now you have access to more stuff. So now you can color in with green, and you're starting to develop a beautiful picture with all the life experiences that are coming into your world. But you just start with one, you pick one, you start there, and then you work your way into the other experiences. If you want to have 5 things happen in your life, well, you got to pick one. You can't just have all 5 things at the same time. How are you going to juggle that? So it's just like living in 5 places at once. It just doesn't happen. So you could live, in Belgium for 5 years, see what you think, and then why can't you just move to Australia or something? Like, there's something about this. It's just like, just pick one. They're like, just pick one. This is ridiculously hard. I mean, it was easier to push back on the wall than it was to pick a color, to make a choice, to narrow it down to one. It's like being a kid at Christmas time. You have 13 presents and you only get to pick one present. Oh my God, this is terrible. You have 13 awesome gifts, but you only get to pick one. That's like the worst nightmare for any kid. And instead of realizing that they have 13 presents, but they only get one right now, but they can have all 13 presents, they only just get one right now. It's like, oh my God, my life is ruined. That's kind of what this is like. It's like, but you have all the colors, you can only just pick one right now. That doesn't mean you don't get the other colors. You just get one color right now. You just work with the one color. Unfortunately, until you make a choice, I can't actually go through the doorway to tell you what happens next. You got to make a choice. I'm going to pause here. I'm going to chill out for a minute. I'm going to disconnect from this whole scene. That way I'm not trying. I'm still part of your consciousness that is trying to make a decision, and so I need to separate from that. And then I'll go back in, and then we'll start with totally new information, okay? So I just clearing my head, getting away from that consciousness style, and clearing the board here. Okay, so I'm going to jump back in and we'll see what they have to say next, okay? Nothing to do with the castle and the maze and everything we've seen so far. We're going to start from scratch and look for totally new things, okay? All right, this feels a little bit more challenging. I feel like this is really awful. There's some sort of tower here. It's just circular. I'm in the castle maze. It's exciting, right? But this does not feel very enjoyable. I'm walking down a spiral staircase while I also feel like I'm seeing the spiral staircase take me upward. So it feels like I'm kind of walking in place, and it's like I want to reach the bottom of this. The thing is, you're so close. You are so, so close. It's making me dizzy. There's no inspiration to go back the way I came. I want to keep moving forward, but it's like this illusion is making it hard for me to reach the next step. Like in my life, the doorway at the bottom of the staircase, it's like a fun staircase. Like you take a step down and but the staircase moves you a step upward. So it's like you're walking down as it's going upward, and so it's sort of like you're walking in place. But you're so close to the door. It seriously is right there. I mean, it's like 15 steps more because it's sort of slightly around the spiral and at the bottom. So you're almost there. Like we can even see it is there. I mean, it's not like 10 years from now. It's literally right there. I mean, if you just grew your body a little bit, like grew it and like Play-Doh, you kind of stretch it a little bit, like make it, it's just something like you could just curl around and then there's the door and then you can hold the handle and then just pull the rest of your body down there and just screw the stairs. Just screw the stairs. Just find another way. Like alter the fabric of your form and then move around and don't use the stairs. I don't know why this keeps telling me this, but it's showing me that you need to There's something, if you choose to take the stairs are going to play a trick on you. So you've got to somehow find a way to work your way around the wall, like like kind of awkwardly, like you're made out of Play-Doh all of a sudden, and then we're just rolling you out so you're really long snake-like form, and then we're just snaking you down just what is like 15 steps, just slightly around the corner to the door, so you can pull the handle, and then you just pull the rest of your body around. We got to come up with a solution, because if you take the stairs, it's gonna make it harder to get there. That's what the image is, so I need to take a moment to understand why and what this means and why this is happening. So give me just a moment here. You simply say, I'm tired of playing these games, this is getting absurd. You just sit on the stair, and it's like, I'm not made of Play-Doh. I can't just stretch around. This is just absurd. I should be able to take the stairs. I'm a human being. I have feet. I have legs. I take the stairs. I'm not made out of Play-Doh. Why do I have to play these odd games in order to reach the door into the next things in my life? I'm almost there, but yet it feels like I'm miles away. I can't seem to reach the door. This is getting annoying. For some reason, I hand you the crayons. There's blue and green and yellow and red and orange. I just put them in your hands as you're sitting down on the steps right now. You're refusing to walk down another step. You're looking at the crayons. I'm just checking to see what your reaction is. For some reason, they want you to start coloring on the walls. And they want you to start being more like a child, and don't pay attention to the steps. Kids don't try to make sense of how long it takes to get through the day. They don't explore time or their perception of time like we do. They just color, and then it's bedtime. They just oh, I have to wake up now and eat my breakfast and go to school. Like they don't live in a world like we do, where we're constantly looking at the future and feeling the past and all of this stuff going on. They just, they have a bad day, it's gone 1 hour later, and they just start coloring like nothing ever happened. So you need to alter the way that you're emotionally reacting to things. You need to just start taking it easy and just having fun with what you have. So you've got all access to all colors right now, and you're actually coloring on the walls like a child is. And you're not paying attention to the stairs anymore. And the more you stop paying attention to the stairs stop playing mind games. And then you're actually starting to go down the stairs, because you're enjoying, you're altering the way that you're emotionally reacting to things. You're reacting with love and joy and acceptance and innocence, instead of focusing on what is not working. So if you keep focusing on what is not working, it's going to constantly not work, and it's going to make you continue to focus on what is not working. So in order to manifest change, you have to alter how you're looking at the same thing. You got to look at things differently, and with more playfulness, acceptance. Don't look at the problem. Look at just having fun with what you have right now in your life. Man, this is jarring. I mean, this is getting me to a point inside your heart where you need like a little bit of energy work. I mean, it's sort of jammed up in here. And I can't do energy work on you, but I mean, there's just a jam here in your heart. I'm trying to help it by simply focusing on the wisdom of coloring on the walls and just stopping looking at the stairs. Yeah, I mean, it's let me see what this is about, okay? There's a reason why they're showing me this here. Something has definitely hurt your heart a great deal. It's sort of like breaking a ornament on a Christmas tree. I mean, it kind of like it's crushing. It's like taking a ball. Like Christmas is a special holiday, you know. It's family gathering. It's like a reflection of love, so it's symbolic of being about love and connectedness. But then you take a part of the Christmas, the ornament, and then it just gets crushed in a hand. So it's sort of crushing. And it's sort of crushing on a symbolic reflection of love and connectedness. And that's in the heart. That's sort of like there's shards of this in the heart right here. Each piece of this is a part of a mirror that is reminding you of something. I mean, we're just talking about love and connectedness that, that was something in that was crushing. Doesn't mean it's about Christmas holiday. It just means it's a reflection of love and connectedness. And it was a crushing thing. And you're feeling it inside your heart. And so each piece of this broken ornament is like a mirror on the inside that is reminding you of memories or of things. I mean, this is actually quite a good thing because you're still on the step and you haven't gone down the stairs, but the more you just stop trying to focus on a way out, and you just allow yourself to just be at peace with what you have right now, it starts to feel like, you know what, I've been spending the last so much time, I stopped trying to get to the way out. I stopped trying to get to the doorway. Obviously, I can't go back, but I'm accepting because I'm distracting myself by doing other things. Things that are bringing out the happiness inside my heart. Things that are honest. I need to actually look at this and face this and take the time to reminisce on these things and how they've made me feel. And until I've truly healed or am ready to move on from that, I can't actually access the doorway. There's stuff that you really need. There's stuff you need to work on in order to truly make your way through this castle, which is through your life. But I'm telling you, Vicky, there are really positive things that are in your midst or on the horizon as you continue to work through this. And pushing back on what is like trying to box you in, it feels like it also is a reflection of some of the hurts or sort of an emotional thing you're going through. How do you put a Christmas ornament back together again after it's been crushed? You basically have to throw it away and accept that it isn't, you can't use it anymore. It's gone. It's bye-bye. It's broken, it's crushed, it goes in the trash, you'll never see it again. So there's something you gotta accept it's over. This stinks because I'm trying to throw away these shards, but they're sort of getting stuck into my hand as I'm throwing them away. And the reason why is because you're still attached to this. And if you're still attached to this, I can't get rid of your attachment unless you choose you're ready to get rid of it yourself. So I can just tell you that it is there. It is creating hurts. It is making it so you're walking in place. You're wanting to move on, but you can't really do that. And they're really encouraging you to just be like a child and color a picture. You know what? Kid gets a timeout. An hour later, it's like nothing ever happened because they're a kid and then they can go play outside and that's all they know. They're constantly living in the now. So fill your life with really positive experiences that are going to help you distract you from feeling miserable, from looking at this, from forcing, it's just feeling stuck, feeling trapped by all this stuff. Allow yourself to actually feel, just don't look at the chaos, don't look at the ugly, don't look at the sad, don't look at the why is my life like this, don't look at the the things that are reminding you of how you're feeling trapped and you can't get out, there's no way out. Stop looking at that. Just completely, that's not the truth. There always is a way out when you just choose to just stop looking for it. You just choose to be at peace and acceptance. It broke. Just throw it away, okay? It was meant to break. All along it was. And you can either hold on to the hurt for the next 10 years, 20 years, whatever it is, or you can just let it go into the trash and know that ornament was not meant to be a part of your life anymore. And you just let it go. And the more you choose to let go and not hold on to things, the more you can walk through your life again. then it becomes easy. But they really are encouraging you to feel the happiness, feel the peacefulness, feel the finesse, feel the softer side of life, to be at peace with what you have, but to know you have access to all the colors in the crayon box. And there are so many options for you, but the options are positive. When you start focusing on the positive, you have access to all the options. But if you want to focus on the negative, now you're in a room that's the size of a narrow hallway that's crushing you against the wall, and you can't open the door because you're looking for a way out. So you got to push back on that. And you got to feel the positive, focus on the positive, and now you have access to all the colors in the crayon box, right? There's a lot more to this, because your heart is really responding to me. It wants to tell me 1,000,001 things. Your heart actually has felt better since I've been focusing on the pain inside of there, and to remove the glass shards. I mean, it's like a crushed, like round ball type of ornament that goes on a tree, but there's something special about it. And I still feel the shards are kind of stuck in my hand. And the heart still feels like the shards are kind of there too. It feels kind of sad about this. I'm saying, heart, I can't take all the shards out all at one time. We got to start with one shard at a time. It's sort of reminding me of, you can't have all the gifts. You only get one gift right now. You can't have all the crayons. You just get one crayon right now. So we just focus on one little piece at a time. Originally, it was very positive, but when I connect with your heart, it feels like we're going through one hurt at a time. I pull one of these shards out of your heart, and again, it's like very attached. It's sticking to my finger. That's just a symbol that you are still attached to that hurt. And it's like shrapnel. I mean, there's just like lots of little shrapnel in here. There are little pieces of the Christmas ornament sticking out. So I'm pulling a piece out, just one piece, and it's sticking to my hand. But we are focusing on just one piece of this. And the more we choose to focus on one thing that really hurt, and we continue to look at it, we continue to feel how bad it hurt, but then we start to look at it objectively and through the eyes of acceptance, through the eyes of forgiveness, through the eyes of understanding. Now that glass shard isn't stuck to my finger, and it's starting to get loose and limber, and it's even starting to evaporate like it wasn't even there to begin with. We create our own hurts when we choose to feel hurt by something instead of choose to feel acceptance, forgiveness. But it takes time to choose those things, because we got to learn about the hurt. And then once we've learned enough about the hurt, then we can truly let it go. This is how you get to the way out. This is how you get to the doorway. One thing at a time. It's crazy because I gotta keep focusing on this. I'm helping you let go of a lot of pain inside your heart. Just energetically letting go of it. It feels like a long time that you've been in the stairwell. It feels like a long time, but you're you're tired of trying to get out of here because it's been so long. Like, so now it just feels like you're just gonna wait until the door is meant to open up. And it's like, oh my gosh, what did I just hear? The stairs just heard you say that you are okay waiting until the door is meant to open up. Oh my God, all the heavens bells are ringing, all the angels are singing, the stairway turns into a slide, and you just start to slide all the way to the door. That is the ticket. That is the answer to the riddle. It's when you stop trying to find a way out, when you just choose to accept the experiences that you're going through right now are the answer, are the way to the next things. because you're dealing with a personal hurt, so you can actually, once you get through that, you can get to the next part of the awesome maze. And the stairs just turn into a slide, so it tells me you're really close. I mean, it tells me that you're almost there, that there's just some things that you still need to kind of work through. You're just sort of in an awe, like in a daze, because you're at the bottom of the steps looking at the door you've been trying to reach for a long time. It really feels like your heart is healed substantially at this point. And it doesn't, I mean, it's like we always carry those memories, you know, how deeply can we truly heal from an event that really hurt us? But it feels like your heart in this version of time is experiencing what is a wholeness or a completion or an acceptance far more than you were a while ago. And you're at the door, you're actually choosing to open it and walk through. It's interesting because there's a hesitation that what's on the other side is going to be gloomy. And so it is. And actually, when you choose to think it's going to be gloomy, then it is gloomy. But that's not actually what it ends up becoming. I mean, it's definitely not gloomy on the other side of this door. It's just a weird hesitation. It looks all black on the other side of the door, but I'm telling you, it is extremely vibrant and it's exciting. There's all the colors in the crayon box on the other side of this door. You have access to 1,000,001 options, and you're not going to be able to make up your mind, and it's really, really exciting. So what version of time are we in? I mean, what have you been through? Is this started 5 years ago? Are you right here at the point where you're on the verge of the doorway and access to all these options? Are you not quite to that version of time just yet? I'm experiencing what is a timeline of the challenge, the struggle to find a way out, the frustration, feeling smashed by life, then having to turn around and face the reality of what is like hurting you, push it away or push it back, and now you have access to all kinds of options. But in another spectrum of this experience, it's been a lot more hurtful, a lot more hard on the heart, and really asking you to not focus on the hurt and the pain so much as just allow yourself to give yourself gifts, like childlike gifts of fun, as you go through healing each piece of this hurt. Each piece of this hurt, you choose love, forgiveness, acceptance. Your soul is learning these ingredients about how to become an more extraordinary soul than ever before. You choose acceptance of the place that you're in, and now suddenly you are able to access totally new things and manifest new experiences for yourself. Because it's a riddle. This is actually a riddle, so it's not like they're just going to give you a doorway. You could pray and pray and pray for a doorway, but that's you not focusing on what they're asking you to focus on, which is some soul learning or some internal learning. Once you get through this, I'm telling you, it is all the colors of the crayon box. You've got access to a lot of things, so it's very exciting. So you can see how we're on different timelines, but it's all intermixing into one message for you. This is what your spirit guides are wanting to tell you. I don't ever get to see you walk through the door. I mean, I am in this new version I'm trying to get to see. I can feel what is on the other side of this door is very exciting. I can feel it, but I don't get to see it. It's your life. It's what you are going to see when you get there. I can't surprise you. I can't ruin that surprise. I'm not going to tell you what your future looks like once you get to the other side of this, because you still have to get to the other side of this in order to get to your awesome future. So it's all on your lap. It's all on your lap. So that's all, Vicky, I can share for this session. And just give me a moment. I'm going to close my eyes and disconnect my heart from yours and just kind of disconnect from your spiritual atmosphere. Yeah, that feels a lot better. All right, I want to thank you again for connecting with me. It's a total honor and a pleasure to help you. So thank you. And thank you so much for your willingness to share, because I have a feeling other people in this world could really relate to a reading like this, and really relate to this wisdom. There's all different types of experiences that we're all going through, and we all need reminders like this. But this specifically for your life experience, this is what your spirit guides have to say to help you. So, Vicky, thank you. And to all of those watching, if you're interested in a psychic wisdom session or spiritual healing, like through a soul rebirth journey, please visit me at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. And thank you all, and I wish you a wonderful day.